Alright, hi guys. In last couple of days, I have sending a lot of container banana and charcoal to my client, and it's been a great journey to do business with people from the Middle East and Taiwan, which is really nice market. For any of you who don't know, my name is Paul. Welcome to Physical Trader, where our team talk about how to do business in international trade for the span of 10, 20, 30 years, or even to your next generation, so that you could build your business sustainably, grow big to multi-million dollar import business. In today's video, we're gonna talk about how to handle a client from what market in order to build trust, and from the trust that you build, it's going to become the most valuable asset that you ever could imagine, because you are dealing with people who have business. And just like the case of myself, after I dealing and being good and serving my client well in Taiwan, they just keep introducing me to buyer after buyer after buyer. Also, talk about the scenario in the Middle East. After I do good business and treat people well, they keep introducing me to new offer, new opportunity. So it's been a great journey to learn how to work with each client, and also how to make a sales in this specific market of international trade. So let's say that you are totally new in the market, and you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, and you don't know how to be a person who valuable enough for people want to do business with you, want to work with you, and want to developing with you a relationship for long term, so that you could build something that meaningful, could take care of your whole family for many years. For example, every my clients right now, they are having the big business enough to the point where I could easily handling their transaction only, their need for business only, for commodity only, and that amount need enough for me to take care of my whole family. So that how crazy it is for each relationship that I have right now on my hand. So if you're totally new on the market, the first important things that you need to know is that how to build trust with people. And this is nothing like you could talk and then people gonna trust you. Yes, you could talk to a certain way that people gonna trust you, but for long term, it's gonna be relying on actions. Are you able to conduct and executing your actions and your promise well, so that you could delivering your promises and then keep your client and then make them happy for a long term? Do you know how to handle situations to put the interest of your client, of the client that trusts you, or the client that could do business with you long term, in the priority, so that they could feel comfortable to give you a big amount of money, bigger deal business. If they not do with you this, they won't gonna do with you that. The thing that you want to build is that after you've done the first transaction with them, they want to do another business. For example, they want to import rice, they want to import whatever the other product. They're still gonna think about you. All right, you don't want them to just, oh man, I just want to do business with this guy once because he's seen like he's not reliable enough. So that is the thing that you wouldn't want to be seeing yourself in that position, because there are a lot of risk and a lot of time, money, and effort in order to get the first transaction, because the first transaction is the most headache one. It takes a lot of time, money, effort, and then after you just throw it away. Is that no way to do good business? Not no way to build generation well. There's no way to grow your multi-million dollar business. All right. So if you want to do anything, you need to think about long term first. So let's say that how to build trust with people. All right. First of all, it's always the way you talk is also important. First of all, it have to be the way you talk. Majority of the scammer out there, they're really good talking. That reason why they get the first transaction much more easier and faster than majority of people out there, because they know how to use their words well and build trust so fast. And I'm one of those people. I'm not a scammer, but I know how to build trust with people. Just by the way I use my words, it's easy for me to conduct a lot of business, to get a lot of businessmen around the world flying to Vietnam and work with me. So in order for you to understand the way to communicate in a high level in international business, in the business that people are not coming to see you oftenly, but you are dealing with large volume transactions, sometimes it's going to be 30-40 containers of some cheap product. So it's going to be like, that's already a huge number of 300,000-400,000 US dollars a month, and then you could net from that roughly around $15,000, $30,000. This really depends on your profit margin, but you could net from that a huge amount of money. It's the Wall Street money for just a online conversations. Majority of the times, it's not always rosy and nice thing that's gonna happen, because there gotta be a lot of problems occurred in order to deliver and in order to make your first profit. But just think about it. It's a great opportunity just to talk to people, try to put all your effort and create a first time impressions to your world amazingly, to the point that they want to do business with you and they want to continually after that. So in order to build trust, you need to know how to talk in client interest. So what do I mean by that? All right, majority of you guys, when you started in this, when the client go and asking for price, the only thing that you guys know what to do is give the price. You don't know how to ask questions. You don't know how to make sure this client is doing something. You're not knowing that this client actually in business or not. You're not asking the question to make sure that you worry about them, you care about them, show some care. All right, just don't quote and then expect things to happen. Imagine this: when client contact you, what the first thing you say? Usually the client from Middle East, they're gonna say, hey, this is my name, what's your price? And majority of the clients around the world, example for China, they're doing the same thing. They conduct business the same way. They contact you initially and they asking for the price at the beginning. And if you are inexperienced and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what to go for, you're gonna just, hey, this is the price. Too high, too low, too high, too low. And then after a matter of times, you're talking with that client, negotiate about the price for months, for years, and not building any trust. And then you find out at the end that they not need your product and they not need it. What you offer, they need something else, but they negotiate on the wrong price. You negotiate wrong grading a product. All right. So the first thing is really important is you ask questions clearly. Hey, what do you need specifically? When we talk about price, you talk about this sizing, you talk about this box, you talk about this grading, you talk about this color, you talk about this material, you talk about this port, you talk about this insurance term, you talk about this, right? And your client gonna say, yes, I talk about that. I talk about this. No, I talk about this. No, I need this thing. No, I don't need that thing. After you clarify super clear and you give a reason for that, the reason why you ask so many questions like this, hey, I don't want you to lose money. I want both of us to make profit. I want you to be successful. And that's the reason why I have to make sure that we have what you want, so that when we deliver, there's low chance that it's not what you want, so that you could make money and then we could do business for next 10, 20, 30 years. And that is more important to me than sell you anything. The most important thing is know what you need and then provide you that so that you could make your profit before we talk about price. So after you talking like that, these people are gonna, oh, So this guy know what he doing, know what he talking about, know the conversations that he are in. All right. So you got that part nailed. All right. Your client share every single details, and then this another way that client gonna trust you more than anything on this planet. You started to dive into, hey, this specific product, let's say that is fresh produced because selling that right now, all right, it's gonna only able to last for 20 days, 30 days after it reaching the port. So are you able to distribute all of these units, all these boxes in that span of times? Because if you cannot do it in that span of time, you cannot do less than that amount of time, there's a high probability that you're gonna lose some money because the product gonna go bad, and also the electricity bill gonna be so high. Could you handle it? Could you get through that? Could you sell and sold out all the product before the timelines? If you cannot, I would not sell it to you because that's a lot of risk for you. I want you to make money long term. I don't want you to lose money, and I care about you. So if you're giving an answer like that, you talk like that, and you position yourself as a person who care, and you have to actually care about your client. You cannot just being fake in that, because you cannot be fake all the time. You have to be a person like that. You have to train yourself to understand of how to be a person, actually care about your client, actually want to do business long term, actually having this value in your personality. All right. So I've been thinking a lot about all these questions because I care about my client. The way it flow out me without any script. And if you just came to my channel, if you watch any of my video, there's no script in all the video because I know what I want to say. I know what I want to deliver to you. I know what you need to hear. All right. So I care about you. That's why I don't think about script. I don't think about write out something. I don't think about any of that because I know in my mind what to say and what to expect after I deliver my message. So after you care about your client, you care about doing business, you make sure this is your value, this is what you want, and your client agree with all these values. Oh, I want to do business long term too. I want to buy what I want to. All right, you solve my problems. Now what the price? All right. So after make sure everything, now is the time for me to give you a price. This is the price. That's the only times where you could give the price. After you challenging your client need, after you make sure that he is in business, after you make sure of these problems align and fix and solve and get through. You don't want to give price before you go through problems. You want to get through problems before you go through price. Oh, amazingly, understand, this is specific price that we could do. All right, it's too high, too low, too little. Now it's your turn to make decision on whether the profit machine is good for you or not. If it's not good, then just move on. If it's good, then get rolling and take that as your profit. All right, take that as the first transaction profit. So after the first transactions, all right, after you guys agree on price, after you say your client, hey, we have negotiated everything you needed. We have negotiated on the price. We have solved all your problems. Now you say that you're gonna need product in the span of 2 weeks. All right, this is the invoice. I'm gonna send the invoice to you, and then you transfer the money to me. All right, we're gonna do business long term together, and let's make it work. I'm gonna make sure this happen, and it's gonna be great to do business with you. Hope to get your chance for soon so that we could start this. You demand that. So everything on the way to talk and build trust, I share here. So that's just the one component of the system of your business. That's the know how to sell, how to build trust by your word. And that is still a really, having a sales skill is good, but having an amazing brand, having amazing proof of concept, having an amazing client testimonial is much better, so that you could become a person who could sell less but to get more. All right, so all these things is skill. You could train it, you could get better, you could better than me, you could, there's a multiple possibility of you could get into a sales and get it done, big deal. But if you want to make it easy, you need to build a lot of trust element. To build trust, you need a lot of trust element. To using words, it's just the beginning, right? It's just the beginning. You need media. You need to show yourself on the YouTube channel. You need to show yourself on Facebook, Google, Instagram. Doesn't matter where it's. You need to show yourself, and you need to having appearance in those media with you doing this business. So to show that you're committing that, to show that you really to be here for next 10, 20, 30 years, to show that you are the person stand for your value. You are that person, so that when client clicking to your video, clicking to your website, touching to your business, they have everything lined down on the table, so that they could understand, hey, man, this guy has spent like so much time, money, effort to build all these websites, all these content, all these videos, all the posts on all the social media platforms. And this time, money, and effort in order for him to do this is cost much more than a value of one container of this product. So if I transfer this money to this person, he not gonna just run away, because he not that stupid. He don't want to ruin his reputations that he built for years just for a quick buck of 10,000, 20,000, or 30,000, 50,000, $100,000. That's what you want to show your client. That's what you wanted your client to be feeling after they done business with you. Because if you're having that amount of trust element, that value of trust element inside you, you don't need to say much. You could say less. You could know how to sell less. You could have less skill than me, but you have, let's say, $1 million worth of video content, time, money, effort to building yourself value around it. Then you could say stupid things, you still gonna sell better than me. So sales in international trade is not in any business also. It's not important too much compared to have a strong brand. Right? You could suck at sales and have amazing brand, you're gonna be success. If you have bad brand and you try to sell it good, you're still gonna be digging yourself into grave, and you're never gonna get out of that. So I hope this video could make you understand of how to sell, how to build trust in this industry, and how to get a client where you could take care of your life for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And not just an exporter, you could be importer in any country. And I think it's gonna be better because it's your language, and not a lot of people knowing that language to compete with you in that market. So guys, if you want to do business for next 10, 20, 30 years, feel free to contact thephysicaltrader.com. Or if you want to work with charcoal, welcome to Earthange.com. If you want to buy fresh produce, you're welcome to contact us in LCD Fruit. And if you have any other product that you want to work with me, with my team, then please feel free to contact us. We are here, we're willing to do business, we want to do big business, long-term business. We're not here to screw you, all right? We're here to give more value to you so that we can do business long-term. That's what I expect. And I want to be one of your team members too. I want to be in part of the ecosystem of all commodity trader in the world, either you small or big. But I want to do big business, all right? So you have to train yourself to be big. Bye guys. So that's the video for today's.